Oh, good morning. I'm here this morning delighted to be at what surely is the most tastefully decorated store in Eastbourne this Christmas. I'm at Bruford's. 134 years history here, family history of Bruford's the jewellers, more recently taken on by Ashley Pugh. Ashley, this is a bit of a dream project here in the extended Beacon Centre. Tell us how this came about.
Yeah, Bruford's obviously, yeah, we've been in Eastbourne for 134 years, as Keith said, very much focused out on the high street there with our very, I would say, our quite unusual store. It stands out. It's been there literally for the last 50 years after having moved from the main Terminus Road drag. But with the changes that have happened in retail, we really felt that we needed to be in the new development here, and we identified this unit as being the best unit for us. It's visible, it's a great size and gives us the opportunity to showcase the brands and the products in a modern 21st century retailing way.
It sounds corny to say it, but you really are the jewel in the crown, aren't you, of this shopping centre. It's been a good move for you. You're delighted with the premises.
Yeah, we've been here now just over a year, obviously. We have been closed for a part of that, but during the time, I have to say, it's been everything that we could have wanted it to be, and it's been a really positive move for W. Bruford and its Eastbourne connections.
And of course, it's been a year that none of us could have anticipated if we turn the clock back to a year ago now. Yeah. It's been a very different trading year, so tell us, how has Bruford's adapted as a business to the lockdowns, the online offering that we've had, and now a further lockdown period that we're about to come out of? You must have traded very, very differently. What does that look like, Ashley?
Yeah, we like to think of ourselves as being a progressive business. We've had a website for a number of years now, and we identified a couple of years ago that we really did need to raise our game. Obviously, the big boys, the big players in the market, the Amazons, the national jewellers that we're in competition with, if you like, have got vast digital teams. A lot of independent businesses, unfortunately, don't have that ability to be able to necessarily afford it, but also to have the staff there that they can do that job. From our point of view, we much identified we needed to do something. We have three members of staff who look after our digital, along with outside help and agencies. So for us, our transactional website, as you can see, we're online, wbruford.com. We've had that now, and it forms an important part of our business because it's a lookbook into our business. It gives our customers a chance to see what we have. Yes, they can purchase online, but more importantly, we hope it gives us a phone call or a connection, a communication where we can talk to them, invite them down to the store, and actually give them the experience that what is retail, that theatre. They can come in, they can have a glass of champagne, they can have a cup of coffee, they can sit down and just chat to us. They may not necessarily be buying something. You can't do that online. Web chat is not the same as face-to-face.
You've remained operational, of course, throughout the year, and you're a destination store. Yeah. That's right. Has that still been possible, actually, in your offering, the way you've managed to do that and to come in and out of those lockdown periods?
Yeah, I mean, obviously during the initial lockdown, it was for a long period of time, so we kept in communication with our customers through e-shots, through phone calls. Certainly from my point of view, I was working throughout the whole of lockdown with a very small team, so we kept that contact with customers, which we felt was really, really important because that's the personal nature of the business. We still had people celebrating birthdays, wedding anniversaries and needing gifts. We took phone calls, we did FaceTimes, we did all sorts of things to keep in communication with people. And then we were very fortunate, we opened back up and customers were so pleased to see us back open, just coming in, hi, nice to see you. Obviously we had a backlog of things to deal with, batteries that needed changes on watches, things that people had bought during lockdown needing alteration. So it was a real full-on 3 to 4 months.
It must have been quite an emotional time, actually, seeing all those customers returning, having been the doors shut, although still trading.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're human beings, and you know, we need contact, and computers are fantastic. They do the job, but at the end of the day, there's nothing quite like picking the phone up or sitting down and having a chat with somebody and being able to talk about your problem, because it's important to you, it's personal to you, and jewellery is a very, very personal thing. So from an internet point of view, it has its place, and yes, online is really, really important to us. But when you're looking after you've inherited your grandmother's ring and you want to talk to somebody about it, you need to sit down with somebody and get to understand the history of that ring, what we can do to it, what we can't do to it, is it okay to wear it? Or that watch that you've inherited maybe needs servicing, you know, or as I said, that anniversary present, that birthday present that you want to buy. It's personal, and
It's all about the people, isn't it?
it's all about the people.
And the people also who work for you, because you're actually quite a big employer in the town in terms now. This has been a tricky period, so tell us about how you've managed to go through those tricky waters of looking over, and behind all of those people, of course, there are families, aren't there, and livelihoods.
Yeah. We have 25 employees that are have been with us for many years. Some of our employees have done 10, 15, 20 years. There's a lot of investment from our point of view in those people through training and development. That those people have families who rely on them and their income, and as an independent business, we feel that we are an extended family, and those people are working for my family as much as anything. They're not just doing a job, and I think that comes over in our business, that it is a personal business, and the customers come back because they recognise that person that they dealt with 5 years ago, and that person recognises and remembers what it was that they came in for.
As Eastbourne's largest independent retail, you'll have a message there. I mean, never more important than it is now to support your local shops, your local high street. Yeah,
absolutely. We may not be as developed as the national business is from an online point of view, and I'm not. And as I said, I don't demonise online. We appreciate it is something that people want to do in the 21st century. Just give your local independent an opportunity. Talk to them over the phone. Visit their website. We really want to talk to you, and we need you. Our businesses are reliant upon customers, and if we don't use the high street, we will lose the high street. But as independent businesses and family-owned businesses, it's our duty to adopt and adapt our businesses to meet the customer's requirements, and that's something that we have to do.
And those requirements are clearly different. There's protocols in place. So explain a little about how the shop, how the store is operating differently as you come out of this further period of lockdown, to give the assurance to people that they can come and they can come in here safely as anywhere.
We're very fortunate that we have a door, in both of our stores we have a closed door policy. So from the point of view of entry into the store, you're more than welcome to come in. We do control the numbers coming in. The staff are wearing face masks. We also have screens that we sit behind. And we also are able to distance. A lot of our product is shown to you. It's not something that can be picked up by general public. So from a touching point of view, you're more than secure when you're actually in here, and we can still give you that experience and that feel good that you want when you're buying something as valuable as a piece of jewellery.
And anything different, Ashley, that you're doing for Christmas? I mean, the decorations around us are absolutely superb. Sadly, you can't see all of them on film here. Absolutely. But what other things are you doing to make Christmas special within the store?
Well, we would normally love to have that. We normally have events going on and what have you. We've not been able to do those this year because of COVID, but we felt it was really important to make the stores look and feel Christmassy. My team that have been working over the last 3 weeks have been in literally every day preparing the store. We've upped the decorations, the decoration level from last year, so we think they look absolutely fantastic, and I would like to thank them. They've done a great job. But when you do come in between now and Christmas, hopefully, you're going to get a nice experience from us.
This time in a week's time, you'll be hopefully trading again, the doors will be open. The government clearly has had it, it's been tricky for all of us. But in terms of the support that the government's given, are you happy with that? Is there something more that can be done as we enter what really will be a very tricky beginning to 2021?
Yeah, I mean, obviously from our point of view, we were anxious that we were going to be allowed to reopen. November, December is absolutely critical and key for most retail. Jewellery probably more so because it's our busiest month, but for all retail it is busy. I think the government have done a great job supporting us. From the initial lockdown period, there was cash available for businesses if they needed it. we've been in talks with our suppliers, and I think generally, from my point of view, our business and our industry has certainly reacted well, and I think we've been dealt with in a very fair way. It's really important now that the government realise that this isn't going to stop, and I think they do know that. So it's a question of what packages and what support they can give going through next year. The business rates reduction for this year has been fantastic because that's a cost that's gone away. So hopefully that they will be coming up with something for next year to just help us get back on our feet and keep the country going.
Eastbourne's looking good for Christmas though, isn't it? If you see the Christmas lights, there's lots of activity.
Yeah.
We've got Elf Radio coming, we've got the
Yeah.
Christmas market.
Yeah.
Going to be an awful lot that actually should say to people, get into town.
Yeah.
And as you say, a crucial few
Yeah.
weeks ahead of us. If you had a Christmas wish, what might it be?
I think if we could keep everything as normal as we can do until the 24th of December, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. The bid team have worked relentlessly in putting on what as you've just described are events and opportunities for people. And I'd say to people, come down to the town centre. You're safe, you're secure, you're supporting both your independent local businesses and your national businesses. We want you to spend money in Marks and Spencer's. We want you to spend money in your local boots. These stores need your money as much as the online stores need your money.
Spend it locally. As we know, it's going to be a cracker for Christmas, which is the theme in Eastbourne.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's also a cracker for Christmas for Ashley Pugh and the wonderful team at Bruford's.
Thank you very much, Keith. Been fantastic.